transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to On the Block, E. Strick and Bach. The originals in the building.
That's right.
The Strick and Bach show, it started off. That's how it all started here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is a reunion. Taco Tuesday, welcome in. Thank you for joining us on the block today. We thank you to all of our sponsors as well. Sauter Heyman, the Sauter Heyman text line is open to you guys at 402-464-5685. We thank you for them and their support, as well as the Honda Lincoln Hotline. We also are grateful to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, who is the title sponsor for our show, and we're grateful for them. And we had a couple of them stop by today and check in, just to say hello, and we're grateful for them and all the wonderful work they do out there in 27th and Pine Lake. You can always go out there and have a wonderful meal. We're grateful for their support as well. Allo VIP line is sponsored as well by Allo. The VIP line is brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service and with local heart. So today is a new day. It is Tuesday. Monday Night Football is over. We'll have a little short segment. We just want to do a little bit of introduction today. Bach, how are you, my friend?
Oh, not too bad. I got a third show in for today, so I've been a bit busy this morning, but we've got a few guys out. Happy to be on with you, like you said, OG Cast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, we kind of got into the basketball conversation. We won't go into that too much today, but we will definitely talk about the NFL football game tonight. We'll just kind of start the conversation off a little bit. Usually Monday Night Football, a lot of people get excited about it. We have an ESA message that's going to kick in, and this is why we can't really dig into this tonight. The game was very low scoring. It would seem as though it was a defensive game for the most part, and that's where I want to get into a little bit more and why I want to carry it over to the next segment, because something that popped up on me, Bach, is Are we in a quarterback deficiency age? Just keep that in mind. Sutter Heyman text line is open to you. Are we in a quarterback deficient age? A lot of quarterbacks are getting paid very well. We know that the unanimous right now best quarterback in the league is definitely Patrick Mahomes. But then where do you fall after that? So we got to get out of here. We'll be right back. There'll be an ESA message and we'll come back right here on the block.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Coppell, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creecat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to On the Block. He's Strick here and Bach. Filling in today for Nick Sainer, who was filling in for Austin Orman, so it was a double fill-in on today. Listen, I'll get to the question in a second, but basically, as Notorious B.I.B. said on the Sutter Heyman text line, he says, I don't understand Strick's question. At first, I thought he was talking about the Huskers, and then he went into the NFL. So the question is, it's just a thought. I had a thought because I'm looking at this Monday Night Football game. You're looking at an individual who took over for a former MVP, one of the top quarterbacks. You could say in history. Definitely probably top 20.
Oh, yeah.
And just a lot of people thought he was making progress, struggle. A lot of people were talking about, I'm not going to dig into it. I just want to give kind of an explanation of where my thought came. And, we're expecting Tua Tagovailoa to take another step this year, has the weapons, and we see that he still struggles against the Bills. Can't beat them. You thought Josh Allen was probably in line to go to the next level. Has he gone there yet? I still think the jury's out on that one. And then you thought maybe Joe Burrow was, in line. Well, I think his offensive line is not too good. They're struggling a little bit, some injuries there. Then you just go around the league. Who is it? There is no counterpart to like Patrick Mahomes right now. To me, it's an opinion. It's just a thought. So when I'm saying quarterback deficient, because when you just go back a decade, and you can go back even before that, the matchups between, even though you may not consider them elite because of the style has changed dramatically, but you could just look at like Starbuck and Bradshaw and Young and Montana, and you can just keep going at different quarterbacks. It was a multitude. Just go back a decade ago, and you're looking at like Peyton Manning. You may not say Eli, but Eli was
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. You got to go Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. You guys can help me out. Name more, but you could. Brett Favre. I mean, you could just say there was a treasure trove of elite quarterbacks. So to me, that's the question: has the social media age? Is it that the quarterback is just an overhyped position, and you got guys like Kyler Murray, who is not like studying film because they're playing? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why there's not as much greatness as they used to have at the quarterback position. Guys are winning games, but this Monday Night Football game kind of told me another story. It was very ugly. It was, you can say it was the defense, but was it? I mean, was it? 17-13 game. Garoppolo does what he does. Is Brock Purdy there? I don't think so yet.
No.
So who's next? And the reason is also you have a lot of guys that are in line for next year. And is anybody else going to emerge out of that group as top tier talent, elite, in the NFL? That's kind of just the thought I have, because I'm looking around the landscape and I just don't see it. You see all the troubles up in New York. You see that both the Giants and the Jets struggling with trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, you have Lamar Jackson. Yes, you can say he's an MVP, but just a different style of player. Is Jalen Hurts that guy? I still think I need to see a little bit more from him to make that determination. I just don't know.
Well, I think it's interesting you bring up like the counterpart to Patrick Mahomes, because you're still looking to see who that guy would be. I think Joe Burrow is a name people would say could be right up there as top quarterbacks in the NFL. I think people are, and at least I'm kind of getting there with Josh Allen. It's like, man, you got to win.
Yeah.
Like I see it. I can understand, but like,
because you got guys like Cousins. There's a bunch of just Cousins.
Oh yeah, there's
Kirk
a lot
Cousins.
of Kirk Cousins.
Just a lot of people to me when I look at them stylistically. Kirk Cousins to me. Go ahead, Bach.
Yeah, I mean, but other than that, and was another guy you brought up in the break was Herbert.
Yeah,
that's another solid quarterback that's just hasn't quite got pushed his game to that next level. So I do think that you're kind of seeing a bit of a gap here between kind of passing the torch or what have you, as Aaron Rodgers is. We'll see if he gets back this season. I know he wants to, but how many seasons does he have left? Kind of your old guard to new guard guys is who's it going to be? Because Jalen Hurts is a good example. We'll see kind of how this season goes, but I'm interested in guys that have such a component to their game as being as a runner, like a Lamar Jackson. It's a different style for one, but also
Dak Prescott.
Sometimes it can get.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just popped in my head.
I was just saying sometimes
I had ADHD on that one.
Like Cam Newton had a magical year. Took Carolina to the Super Bowl. Was the MVP. Was undefeated. He never had a season like that again. It can be tough to duplicate that once you're scouted for. They've kind of figured it out in the run game.
Yeah, and so. Let's see. On the text line, unnamed texter 1423 says, how is Brock Purdy not that guy yet? Not at all. Pat Mahomes, obviously, but he gets the job done. Maybe QBs can't do that. So no. So here's what I'm saying about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy at this point in his career is a huge beneficiary of some of the best talent around him that any quarterback could have. I mean, when you have those kind of weapons around you, Ayuk, Debo, a running game out of Christian McCaffrey, a great deep. When you have a lot of those components, you can see why Garoppolo was successful. I mean, Garoppolo, as average to me as he is, took you to the doorstep.
Yeah.
So at this point, outside of the injury to Brock Purdy, I'm still I'm still watching. I still would like to see him because in a few years, about probably 3 years now, once he gets paid, then I want to see.
Well, yeah.
Because Patrick Mahomes did it, losing Tyreek Hill, one of the most electrifying wide receivers out there right now, who took the top off of everything, did it, and dang near made Travis Kelce a legend at the tight end position by doing it with just really one guy and a few, come on, Smith-Schuster and all. Come on, man. Let's be real. He didn't have like a real number one guy. And then you had a guy step up and that helped you out of Pacheco. But, he was able to take you there because he's elite.
Well, yeah. And then the other thing too, I mean, with Purdy, if you're thinking, okay, we got to, is he there yet? Well, he has played 14 games in the NFL.
Right.
So again, sometimes you can, once people scout you, you can kind of figure it out. And you're right, he's got all the help in the world around him. And that's kind of what the 49ers have been missing, is that missing piece. That's why they tried to get Trey Lance to work out there. Obviously didn't, but they got him in the top, couple picks in the NFL draft. Ended up deciding on Brock Purdy, and that's the right decision. But, you don't want to crown a guy when he hasn't even played a full, 18 games slate.
Yeah, and unnamed texter 0116. I agree. He says this: you named a bunch of guys who had 12, 15-year careers against guys in their second and third years. No, I'm not. Listen, nothing I'm saying was set in stone. So please listen to my caveats before you. And I know you're not coming at me sideways. I mean, because you just said give it time. I agree with you. I'm just throwing a question out there because, even still, right? Even still, if you're talking about 12, 14, but in year 4, you knew that Peyton Manning was great.
Mm.
Let's be honest. You knew even before that, with just a lot of the hiccups, you knew Andrew Luck was Andrew Luck. Let's be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no question that Andrew Luck was elite, right? Within 5-year span. You knew guys like that were elite. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was a guy that maybe they thought would be crowned that.
Supposed to be that guy.
I still ain't seen. I mean, I don't see that sparkle that you knew when Pat Mahomes came in, he different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that with any of the other guys at this point.
Well, and I think another thing that's hurt is still Russell Wilson and the Broncos not winning. His stats look pretty good this year, but I mean, that's a guy that you kind of expect to kind of be in that top quarterback tier conversation.
Now you see he's
Seattle.
the benefit.
Yeah.
He's the benefit of the system.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
Well, and it could be, or, who knows that he's getting to that point of his career or whatever. But in any case, it's just, I think there is to that Texas point too. There's just kind of a changing of the guard right now. But, within that, somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to establish themselves and be among that top group. And so far it's been Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, maybe another one away. But is the longevity there again with him? You kind of wonder, or, because there are guys like Matt Ryan. I mean, guys can pop up and have a special year, and then that's their special year. And they're not, maybe make 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, which is nothing to look down at, but it's not, other generational or a guy that you're going to talk about, first ballot Hall of Fame. I think just to your point, there's just not a whole lot of established guys at that tier 1 that we're used to, because we were spoiled for so long. I mean, you had Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Ben Roethlisberger, and it was just like
even him. Yeah,
it was just like, okay, these are first tier, first ballot Hall of Famers, and you knew it, like you said, kind of halfway through the career. And just some of those guys that you think might be those guys, and a Josh Allen or Herbert haven't done enough to get that.
There it is. That's what I think about it. Neil says that. Speaking about Lamar Jackson on the Sauter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685 if you want to join in the conversation. Lamar Jackson will never play at that level 1 year wonder. Because you have to significantly, he's a style quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's not a pocket passer. He's a certain style. He's very RPO-ish. When you had Colin Kaepernick, once they catch up with you and they figure you for the most part, it's similar to basketball. It's similar to why you have Ben Simmons looking like a straight turd. right?
Yeah.
Because you come in, you shake, you make noise, you're unique, you're different, you're big, you're not the typical, you're Magic Johnson with a little bit more speed and athleticism. And, you know, people, they're trying to figure out how to deal with you. Do we put a guard on you? Do we put a big man on you? Oh, okay, we can find this type of guy. Okay, we just limit this. And then once they figure you out, you look like Doodoo Brown, right? That's kind of the same thing in football. Once they figured out Cam, once they figured out certain schemes, they can, if you don't adjust, like Michael Jordan, super athletic, attacking the rim. If you're in near the rim, you're in the rim. That was initially what his take was. Mid-range started to go nuts. Then progress back to the basket, started to go nuts. Wait, you still got to come out here to three and guard me now. I can hit this. I don't take a lot of them, but I can knock this down. So you've got to show some form of progression. That's what I'm not seeing at this point, Bach. I'm just not seeing some of these progressions that you hope. Now, I will say Jalen Hurts took a huge step last year for me. Now, that's why I want to see what's next. Is it consistency still now laid out, or what's next for him? You see what I'm saying? Otherwise, you have a bunch of, to me, Collins, where you got like Tannehills and, you know, these type of guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it, but that's just me throwing it out there.
All right, we've got a chance for you guys to win some chicken. Shootout with Strick coming up next year. Chance to win $30 of Buffalo Wings and Rings. Give us a call right now, 402-464-5685 on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. First person to do so, you'll get your chance at winning $30. But you're going to have to take down Strick first. We'll do that coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with approved credit.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685 to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game!
Welcome back to On the Block. It is Shootout with Strick. It's about the game. And we need to know, does somebody call in, or are we going to just, be giving away the Stricker?
Yeah, you can take $30 yourself to Buffalo Wings.
Man, I wouldn't mind going down there and tapping in, but we looks like we've got somebody on the line. It looks like Neil's going to be joining us to battle it out with Stricky for the Stricken today. Well, Neil, how are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. You ready to step into the ring and battle it out?
Ready to go, man.
Sounds good. I don't even know the topic of the day, so we're just playing it by ear. I will go first. I will answer the questions, and then if we happen to have a shoot-off, then I will then give an answer to which you then would go, what is it? High, not high or low. What is the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, over or under.
Over under.
Yeah.
That's
Over under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we'll start it off. It is ALCS, American League
I
Championship
definitely don't know nothing.
Series history.
I'm done.
Me too. So we're just flying by the seat of our pants. Let's get it.
Yeah, it might have a low-scoring game here, but that's all right. We can get it going. Again, we'll start with Strick here before we get to Neil. All right, we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. The Yankees and the Red Sox have the two most ALCS appearances. Which team has the third most, Oakland or Baltimore?
Oakland.
That is correct. Which player has the record for most ALCS home runs, Bernie Williams or Manny Ramirez?
Manny.
That's correct. Who won the first ever ALCS MVP in 1980? Greg Nettles or Frank White?
Nettles.
That is actually Frank White. Which pitcher has the most wins in ALCS history? Dave Stewart or Mike Mussina?
Mussina.
It's actually Dave Stewart. How many players have won the AL MVP and World Series MVP in the same season? How many?
5.
Just one, unfortunately. It was Jeremy Pena in 2022. So you have 2 points there. So now let's see if Neil can tie or take the lead, which would give him the victory. Neil, are you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Who has managed the most ALCS games, Joe Torre or Billy Martin?
Joe Torre.
That is correct. This matchup has happened more than any other in ALC histories. Yankees versus who? Houston or Kansas City?
Houston.
It's actually Kansas City. Which player has the record for most ALCS hits? Derek Jeter or Rod Carew?
Derek Jeter.
That is correct. Who won the most recent ALCS MVP? Alex Bergman or Jeremy Pena?
Pena.
That is correct, giving you the win. In what year was the first ALCS series played? Just for fun.
1948.
1969. Not a bad guess. Either way, you are the victor, and therefore you've earned yourself $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings and some fun here.
Good deal.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
All right, Neil, here's your chance to post game. Wrap it up. You can either talk trash to Strick or just commend him on a good game.
Good game, Strick. I think I'm like 5-4 against you, though.
Well, God darn it.
Taking you over 500 now, huh?
All right. Congratulations, Neil. Have a good day, man.
Thank you. You too.
There it is. Gosh darn it. He by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Yeah.
Gosh. Damn.
I'm not even sure if I read some of those names off correctly. I'm not a baseball historian.
Yeah.
Mark put that one together.
Well, they say that the baseball series is been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like this year has been phenomenal. I gotta say, when I think about the baseball stuff, Bach, is I love the changes that they made. The adjustments of going with the clock and pitches going, or pickoffs, and the speed of the game has changed. I think the no shifting has allowed more hits, even though you still kind of have an idea of where guys are going to hit the ball if they're pull hitters or they're late on fastballs. That it still just opens up a little bit more opportunities for balls to find holes. So that's it. I mean, Stricky loses Stricken today. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. That's all right. Go out to Buffalo Wings and Rings and get it, man. Make it happen. $35. Thanks to Neil for joining us and playing the game. We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit. I think we're going to get into the kickoff debate and just the coaching debacles over the weekend. The coaches just got, are they Snoop Dogging or what's going on? We'll talk about it when we come back right here on the block.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through October 10th are pre-packaged 3-pound chuck roast for just $17.99. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, stop by the grand opening at the 30th and Yankee Hill location on October 14th and 15th. Spend $100 in-store and receive a free cooler of certified Piedmontese beef. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with an afternoon high of around 72. Tonight we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy with a low around 52. Tomorrow we'll also see a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise be partly sunny with a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with an afternoon high of around 72. Tonight Tonight we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy with a low around 52. Tomorrow we'll also see a slight chance of showers and storms. The line will be partly sunny with a high around 78. The meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yay. Welcome back to On the Block. He's Strick here, and not Austin Orman. It is Jake Bakovin. That's right. He's in the building today. Jake, we're having a little off-air discussion a little bit, and just another mind-popping idea that just came into my thoughts about something. And, you know, one of the things I've been seeing in kickoffs around college football as well as around the league, and the statistics are quite crazy. I mean, I'll kind of give you an example shortly, but, you know, why is football's most thrilling plays? I mean, we've seen some great stories. Obviously, Nebraska is the beneficiary of one of them, and that is the Johnny Rodgers, you know, Oklahoma run, you know, in punt returns.
Yeah.
And, you know, so punt returns, kick returns, those are some of the most interesting, fun, can change the potential of a game, whether win or shutting somebody down and changing field positions. All of those things are incorporated, I think, into it. And we've seen these numbers just go absolutely crazy. So why is the football's most thrilling plays vanishing from the NFL? So you have some thoughts on that. The NFL has gotten results that has shown that league-wide it's starting to disappear. And the stats are quite crazy. Like, for example, from 1995, the touchbacks, kickoffs, which equals touchback rate percentage, that's kind of how they came up with it. In 1995, the number was 9.1%. So basically, there was only 9% of the time that there was a touchback. The majority of the time, they was running the ball in some form or fashion. That number went up in 98 to 16%, and then you had consistently from 9 to 16%. Never went above 16%, which is still a pretty good number, right? 2010, from 2013, that number jumped to 49%. 3 years later, 51% in 2016. In 2019, up to 60%. Then it hovered at that 60% in 2022. But in 2023, the number shot up to an astronomical 81%, 80.9%. That's crazy. So basically, every time they're kicking the ball, it's a touchback of some form. Now, people are taking advantage, I think, of the rules, Bach, because in a touchback, you're getting the ball at the 25. I think statistics and analytics are showing that if a ball is kicked at or near with the speed and just the abilities. You don't have the wedges anymore that you used to have, the 4 and 5 man wedges. You don't have the busters that you used to have that bust up the wedges. So those are part of the issues that was happening with the protocols of concussions. And so now you're finding that a lot of these individuals just aren't taking that, and they're taking the ball at the 25 because it just seems like it's a better option.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times it's going to be. They did the experimental rule too, like in college football this year, that if the ball is kicked, you can fair catch it at anywhere and get the ball at the 25. And so that's why a lot of people are doing it again this year. It's just they're doing all these different rule changes to really basically take it or minimize it, take it out of the game or minimize it. And at some point, you just think, well, what's the point of having it anymore? And that's kind of where I'm at with it. You know, I remember, like you said, I mean, when you think about the Huskers, like DeJuan Grosses and DeBornay Pearsonells, and you mentioned Johnny Rogers. I mean, there's been guys that have absolutely changed games and had, big time returns, specifically in punt returns. But I mean, you remember, it's probably about 15 years ago now, like punt returns. Remember before they had the halo rule? Like they specifically had to make that rule. Like you would be able to get blown up as soon as you touch the ball. And so I know this doesn't factor in as much as the punt return, but I remember those collisions more than anything. But to the NFL's defense, what they've said is that to their data, which they've looked at year in and year out, is that guys are getting concussions on kick returns.
It's a higher rate of injury.
Higher rate than any other play in football. So that's why they're trying to slowly eliminate it. I understand that. But it's just it is sad because it takes away a little bit of the game that we know and love. But I suppose as you move forward, you've got to make some changes to make the game safer. Is at least what they're going with. But I don't know. To me, you're playing football. It's not a safe game. I mean, every week you have guys.
Yeah.
It's the one thing, like in life,
you lay it on the line.
You just throw it out. Like we heard today, like Washington has a torn ACL. You're like, oh, Washington, he's out for the season. Like it's just in our heads. It's football season. Like, oh, how much football is he going to miss in the next half of year? Rather than, oh my gosh, that guy's got a torn ACL. That's going to be tough for him to walk around. It's the same thing. Like you hear like broken ribs or broken leg, and you're just like, oh, he's gonna miss football. So it's kind of like inherently in the game that it's a dangerous sport.
Yeah.
So I understand that side of the argument too. I understand it to a degree. I like what the XFL or USFL did, and now they're combining as one.
XFL
So you can say, but where you're not having him run all the way downfield.
And they move it back. I think they move it back to I think the 30 is where they kick off. So the only two that can move. The only two that can move is the kicker and the returner. And the one team, the defensive team that's kicking is stationed at the 35. The returning team is stationed at the 30. And once it's caught, then boom, it's kind of like red light, green light. It's like boom, we take off. And so there's some gaps that can be there. So it's going to depend on where the kicker kicks the ball.
Yeah.
There's still some opportunities there. And I like that because it's just not that full blast run of guys just getting blown up.
But it is experimental. Like like you have to see, like, are you getting, because you want to have somewhat similar to the game that we have now. If there are too many holes, like if you're starting to get too many kick returns, well, then that's a problem too, because it's changing the game, and we like to see these games mostly one on offense and defense, but an occasional spark from the special teams. But it is all interesting because I know you read deeper into the article, you can get into players' safety. Is that what the NFL really cares about? Well, then why are they adding an extra game? And so you can get into interesting, but after all, it is a business, and what they can do to try to eliminate or limit, not eliminate, concussions makes kind of this. I mean, this does make sense to me. As much as I love football and I love special teams and I love the kick return spark of the game, it is, after all, adult Red Rover. I mean, we kind of know what it is when they're running full speed down the field for the collision.
Yeah. So what you have here, though, in Sutter Heyman text line is open to you, because I really want your thoughts. 402-464-5685. And we'll probably get into it just before maybe the crossover or whatever. But what I really want to know is it something that you've enjoyed about the game Do you like it? Do you want them to retain it? We understand the ramifications of that. Or do you want just the rule changes maybe to fit more along the XFL formula? Or do you just really want to do away with it? Because at this point, there's really no benefit to it other than the fact that it's a waste of time outside of if you kick it out of bounds, maybe then you get his extra, 10 yards. So I don't know. So I would love to hear from you. 402-464-5685. What's your thoughts about that? How do you feel? Do you think you should keep it? Do you think they should just move it back? Because also the strength of the kickers have gotten, stronger. So obviously that's something to think about. But here's the thing for me too. It's guys like Devin Hester who made a career. Josh Cribbs. It's guys like
Dante
that.
Hall. Yep.
Yeah, who made a career out of that. And there's guys in college right now, DeMornay Pearson-Hale, guys like that who were able to use that in order to get in and give themselves an opportunity to play at the space of their dreams, which was the NFL.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's sad. And like Cordero Patterson, a particularly good kick returner now. It also not just like your thoughts on it. I also texted like what you would do as a coach, because Matt Rule's been asked about this, and his philosophy is let's run it out. He unless it's 5 yards in the end zone or whatever. Yeah. An obvious touchback situation is let's play football. Let's run it. That's what he wants to teach guys about football. And to a degree, yes, you're raising your injury risk right there, but you are, especially for a first year coach, I think you're trying to install a little bit of toughness and a mindset of, if we have an opportunity, let's try to take advantage of it. But the other thing, a part of it too, is usually like that for Nebraska specifically, or a team that struggles offensively. That's also part of your hope. Like that, at least usually, was like, oh boy, we got a kick return. We're going to have a guy in open field, one of our best athletes, with a chance to spark this game. And DeMornay Pearson-Hale specifically did that against Michigan State in 2014. But that's like a hope, like a whole hope that's gone now with those kick returns. That's just like, all right, it's pretty easy to get that factor out, and we can just eliminate their offense and win the game.
Yeah, there it is. Let's transition a little bit. Send in your messages. We'll try to get to them in the next segment to discuss them a little bit further. But we didn't get to talk about something I'm thinking that we want to create is Monday Measure, just to measure the weekend. And there was just so many blunders and bloopers and bad decisions that happened over Saturday, which in essence you could say was quite a low point in college football. It's things that here's why I think it's a low point. Because the decisions that were being made in some instances, to include Mike Locksley, I understand, that you're trying to limit the momentum, and at this point, Ohio State is thriving. Then I go into conspiracy theories like, look, the point spread was 19-5. I think you punt that ball and give yourself, the defense, just an opportunity to switch field position. I don't think you give them the ball at the 25 going in. So that was a big change in getting that point spread, obviously. But here's the thing. There were some of them that happened that you just have to ask a question. And you're talking about millions and millions and with an M, millions of dollars that are being paid to some of these gentlemen. And so, like, for example, USC's Lincoln Riley getting really cute, getting sexy on his play calling. And as the Trojans were trying to set up a game-winning field goal. And then you have Arizona's Jeff Fish not even knowing
Not even
knowing the overtime rules.
Yeah. He was going to send his field goal unit out for when they had to go for two, I think, in third overtime.
Yeah. So millions of dollars and don't even know the rules. But then you have the inexcusable just mistake, debacle, gaffe, bumblehead, Snoop Dogging in the back, whatever. He was high.
Yeah.
Because Mario Cristobal literally, and I mean literally, with the decision he made, cost his team the game against Georgia Tech by just not kneeling. No timeouts.
Yeah.
Just kneel. Just What was the benefit of running
Literally
the ball
could have ran the clock out with a few kneel downs.
Really could have.
Yeah.
So those were just a few of them over the weekend. So my thing is, at this point, how do you recover from this? Like if you're Mario Cristobal and your team was supposed to be a breakthrough year for you, and you lose to Georgia Tech.
Yeah. And they were undefeated.
Exactly.
And they lost that game because of that. Now, they did also give up, 80 yards on the drive and the game-winning touchdown after that. So, I mean,
Right.
But it's still, they're probably already celebrating on the sidelines because any other coach, would just kneel it down. He, by the way, has lost a game like that at Oregon as well. So
Right.
this is like Mario Cristobal just doesn't believe in kneel downs or something. And I don't know what to make of it. I felt for the player on the sideline. They were showing, if you watch the game, a player, and I don't know, who he was. He's crying, like literally, and you can see the frustration turn to tears because they had the win, and it was, and it might have been a senior. It was, slipping through their hands because their coach refused to just do a kneel down. The running back fumbles. How do you think the running back feels about it? It's got to be a tough week for him on campus. And like you said to me, that question goes from 5-0, everybody's feeling great, to can we trust our coach to make the right decision, even if we do put ourselves in a position to win the game?
So, shout out Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Like my question in the crystal ball situation, Bach, and I'm going to throw it to you, but I would love to hear from you guys as well. 402-464-5685, and we'll get to the text questions in the next segment. But here's the thing. If you're the quarterback in this situation, do you have the cojones to call an audible and just say, I'm kneeling this thing? I'm like,
yeah.
And would you as a coach, would you fault your quarterback if he just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go down, back up for a few seconds, and I'm just gonna lay down on this thing and just call it a day? Like, knowing that my coach is tripping right now, do you do that? Or I mean, if you're this hypothetical, obviously, if you're the quarterback, how do you do and manage that situation? Or do you take the reaming next week? Well, I'm like, coach, I take the W. We're 5-0, coach. Like, I got pushback with you if you got some feeling and bring me into the office about this play that I just did and not running it.
Well, and I think, especially for the quarterback, you wonder too, are you thinking stats there? Do you not want your quarterback to lose a few yards in his ground? Because that's what they would lose. You lose on a kneel down. Obviously, you lose some yards with a carry. But and then if you're the running back, you might want the opportunity to try to, here's an extra, maybe you're kind of thinking freely. Here's a chance at a few extra yards. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to see what I can, and then you fumble. So, I mean, I get your point. As a court, I think that would be tough to do. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. Obviously, you want to say yes, but I think that'd be tough to do.
That'd be tough. What do you guys think? We'd love to hear from you guys. We may be able to get to a few of them before we go to break. Let's see here. Okay. Talking about the kickoff, Brad on the Sauter Heyman text line says, no, he does not want the kicking to end, or the opportunities to end. But look, the percentages show that less than 20% are being taken back in some form or fashion. It's like these guys are really not getting an opportunity because, either they need to move it back another 5 yards or so just to make sure that those kicks aren't going through the freaking end zone, or it's a field goal from a kickoff. And
well, it's funny because in 1994, they moved the kickoff back, like you were saying, so they could get more kick returns, so they could add more excitement to the game. That was before, they started down the safety measures.
So he says, no, I want Devin Hester's and Percy Harvin's.
That's right.
I agree, because Percy Harvin wasn't as good of a receiver in the NFL as he was a returner. Devin Hester the same. I mean, they didn't, that's where they made their legacy. That's where they positioned, well, especially Devin Hester positioned himself Hall of Fame. So, anyway. We'll take one more here. Let's see. Unnamed texter 4332 says, Bach, trying to justify that stupid coaching call, laugh out loud. Just take the knee and the game is over. You win. Unreal. Ain't coming at you, Boxster.
It's my fault.
It's all your fault.
Well, I
You
wasn't
did
trying to
it.
justify. I'm saying as the quarterback, I don't know if I'd have the cojones to say, you know what, coach, I don't like your philosophy. I'm going to kneel it down. You can decide who starts next week.
Yeah, that is something that you'd have to think about. But like you said, hindsight 2020, I think he's probably pulling his hair out and saying, dang it, I should have just freaking.
Maybe, do you think it's like a football thing? Like, I don't believe in it or some sort of thing? Because strategically, it only makes sense to kneel down and get the win. There might be
Is
like
there
this
analytics
mindset.
on that? I don't know.
I mean, well, the analytics is kneel it down and
Kneel
you win.
it down.
You win. But it might be one of those things, kind of like we said with Matt Rule with the kickoff return thing, where it's just like, I want my team to be tough. I want my team to earn it. I want my team to play 60 minutes or something like that, where it's just like, that's the only explanation I could think of for why you wouldn't kneel it down.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. James in Lincoln says it's kind of similar with the onside kick. I mean, I think they kind of made that a disadvantage because they used to have that blow up guy.
Oh yeah,
that guy that used to go and blow the doors off whoever that was going to step up and try to block him from blowing the guy up who was going to receive. Yeah, so yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not
Those
just the
percentages
returner.
go way down.
Well, and two, of course, once you expand that discussion, it's like the young players in the NFL. That's how you get your roster spot. That's how you get minutes until you can become a starter or can, and so there's just all these different roles that are affected by not necessarily having much of a special teams unit. Now you still have the punt return unit and the punt unit and stuff like that. So there's still a space for it, but you're taking out a quarter of their work.
Yeah. Let's go back to the quarterback. Before we take this last break, we're going to go back to the quarterback discussion about whether or not the eliteness of the quarterbacks is very mediocre. I mean, outside of Patrick Mahomes, there's really not much you can really say out there. So Timmy V says, with the other pieces around him in San Francisco and the defense all around, you need, and the defense, all you need from your quarterback is a Kirk Cousins, and you would be tough to beat. I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah.
But that's that window that we've been talking about with regards to quarterbacks as far as paying. The one that broke the mold as far as quarterbacks that are in their rookie contracts usually are the ones that have the beneficiary of having solid talent around them because there's so much more money to divvy out. And Patrick Mahomes broke that mold. They weren't able to pay Tyreek. Kelsey becomes the man. But we got to take a break. We'll be right back on the block right after this.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through October 10th are pre-packaged 3-pound chuck roast for just $17.99. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, stop by the grand opening at the 30th and Yankee Hill location on October 14th and 15th. Spend $100 in-store and receive a free cooler of Certified Piedmontese beef. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, Verkoppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with approved credit.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com. Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back on the block. He's Strick and Bach, the original gangsters of the 93.7 Ticket on the Block crew. Good show today, man. But Nebraska finds its way out to Big Ten Media Day out in Minneapolis. Fred Hoiberg and a few of the Husker basketball players took the stage, and CJ Wilcher as well as Rink Mass. And they had a little bit of presser today. What's your initial thoughts and expectations for the upcoming season? Because obviously right now the Big Ten has no love for Nebraska basketball, like none. They're like what, second to last at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, they got them picked there. So they don't do an official media poll, but an unofficial media poll had Nebraska 12th out of 14 teams. I believe ahead of Minnesota and
Penn State.
Penn State, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's your initial thoughts?
Well,
and what's your expectations and initial thoughts? Because there's a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
You have some returners in Tamanaga, who, shout out to Tamanaga as well. He was selected as one of the Big Ten preseason members of the
All Big Ten.
All Big Ten. So that's a shout out for him. But, go ahead.
Which I don't like how they do that either, because they chose like 9 guys. Of course, 5 guys can play on the court, but whatever. It is good. Nebraska, I don't think, has had anybody in that conversation since James Palmer, I believe, was the last Nebraska player.
And Teran Petaway before that, 14.
Yeah, yep. And well deserved. But in any case, there's just a lot of new faces. It's tough, and you get to this optimism. I've heard it before, for Nebraska basketball. There's a lot of optimism about how deep this team is, how they can play together. They're not necessarily a young group, considering even the fact that they haven't played together too much. But so, I kind of understand the rest of the Big Ten kind of saying, okay, we'll see. We'll wait till we see it. You've got a guy in Casey Tamanaga. And I think that's the most exciting thing is, we just talked about it. We're talking about a decade ago that Teran Petaway was here in Lincoln. So, between that time, you just don't have too many of those guys that demand and command respect. I'm very interested to see how this offense looks without Derek Walker. They've got some big men, but can they find guys that had the chemistry that he did with Derek Walker that Tamanaga did? Because you remember a lot of Tamanaga's advancement in his game. We all like the 3-point shot, and that's a lot of fun. But the advancement of his game was like backdoor cuts and being able to work so well with Derek Walker, and even at times creating his own shot. But I'm interested because I specifically wanted to ask you.
Well, let me hold that question, because I want to address that, because based on the conversation that Fred Hoiberg had on stage with the Big Ten media, he was saying that in his heart of hearts, he believes that Rink Mass is someone who can fill a similar position with them. And Rink Mass averaged 14 points last year, 8 rebounds, which is, pretty solid. I think that's what you're going to get a little bit different from him. It's probably a little bit more space rebounder. He's 6'10", a little bit bigger. But his assist numbers were not bad. Although Derek Walker led the team in assists for the Huskers, which was crazy. 2.5 assists, but he shot 51%, 52%. But the key component that's different and unique from Derek Walker was very back to the basket, very face up, very athletic in attack, but he had to at a 6'8" frame. Now, at 6'10", there's still some guys like Zach Edey and guys like that out there, but Rink does something a little bit more unique that Derek didn't, and that's stretching the floor.
Oh, yeah.
So Rink shoots last year at a clip of 35% from 3. And in his 2020-21 year, also consistently at 35%, but then he dropped off in 31 games in 21 and 22. So that's a different component that they're going to have with the passing ability, a little bit more space, because that space shrunk a little bit more with Derek Walker. Go ahead.
Well, that's interesting too when you think about like pick and roll situations for bigger guys to try to keep up with Tamanaga, and he's really good at difficult layups.
Yeah.
And finishing those. So between pick and roll, pick and pop situations with Rink Mass, it's gonna be tough to make that decision, because you don't want a 6'10" man rolling toward the bucket either.
Yeah.
So they've got something to work with, and that's what's exciting about this team. There's a lot of depth. They're not short on height, which a lot of basketball teams have had troubles with in the past. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, like you said, that they can all just, guard Zach Edey one-on-one. But
Makar Diop was a big pickup for them.
Yeah.
I think remember we talked about that in the past, is that beast type of player. You talked about the size.
Yeah.
That that guy that just has that hunger and determination and kind of Rodman-esque. I'm not saying he's Dennis Rodman, don't get, but that just that beast mode type of mentality. That young man, if you know, I think we found somebody, and you pair them. You know, Josiah Alec is more kind of a good rim protector, which we haven't really had, right? Derek Walker wasn't that, you know. Blaze is kind of, you know,
taking charges,
but not a rim protector type of guy. I think Josiah Alec gives you a little bit more defensive presence as we're talking about guys with size. I think they got a lot of different, you know, lineups they can throw at you, and they're longer than they're probably ever have been. At multiple positions across the board.
Well, and so what I wanted to ask you was, because I know what you said this about Casey last year, was that you think if he's going to have a chance at the next level, he's going to have to be a primary ball handler at that level. And it doesn't look like that's where they're going with him this year for his senior year at Nebraska. Fred Hoiberg talked about Jamarcus Lawrence and Boogie Coleman working as their primary ball handlers. And in fact, Jamarcus Lawrence is not working at any off-guard stuff. He's trying to focus in and get that that point guard job. So that's kind of where they've done that. I think that that's probably better for Nebraska. Is it better for Casey?
Great question. And that's the similar. Casey Tamanaga, he's 6'2". I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3", 218 in college. You know, I was a little bit more sturdier. Casey's a little bit more lighter, but they say, you know, they're working on some aspects of his strength. We're similar, not in body type, height, but in the same situational similarities, right? Because what was best for Nebraska basketball in my time was the versatility that I was able to offer, even though next level. So when you have Lisa Bluter, who's talking about collegiate basketball, she's not there to prepare Caitlin Clark or any of her players for the next level of the WNBA. She's there to represent and showcase for Iowa and getting them to where they need to be, so forth and so on. I look back now, and I guess it was very similar because Danny Nee was not necessarily preparing me or any of us, and Teron played the position, so obviously he fit the mold. But I played 3 because we had my first year, we had Jamar Johnson playing the 1, and then Jerron Boone at 6'6" kind of was that anomaly type of player that fit the position. But I was a guy who could guard guys that Jerron couldn't, even at 6'6". I could guard bigger guys. I can guard 6'8" guys, 6'9" guys. So that's why it was a better fit for the team. Casey Tamanaga is in a similar position, that it's best for the team to allow him to Steph Curry roam, come off a lot of screens, do a lot of curling, do a lot of backdooring, use that to an advantage. But I still think there will be opportunities, as you said, with a Rick Mast or with someone in pick and roll action to be able to showcase that he has the abilities to make decisions and make the right plays when needed. So they got to maybe give him some opportunities in that, or use it in fast break opportunities, because you're right. It's not going to go well for him being a 6'2" shooting guard only in the NBA. It's not going to work.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do. Another thing that I thought was interesting is Fred Hoiberg said that Bryce Williams, who's 6'8" and works in primarily as a wing, might also get some minutes at that point guard. Before you get too excited about a 6'9" point guard, remember Nebraska's already kind of been through that phase under Fred Hoiberg. But
Benton.
Even last year they had a pretty bigger point guard too. So I mean, it is exciting.
Well, Ramel Lloyd is also there. Don't forget about him. Ramel Lloyd at 5'6", 5'6" is one of those guys that also that's going to be the beautiful thing about this team, is that they're going to have it should not be a situation with Nebraska basketball this year. And I'm not the coach, and I'm not speaking for Coach Fred Hoiberg, but it should be a get it and go. Like, if Fred wants to run, if that's going to be an advantage for them, if it's going to create easier shot opportunities for Tamanaga or for Wilcher or guys like Jamarcus or guys like that, then get it and go is going to be, I'm not talking about get it and dribble 5 times to get over. I'm talking about get it, look up, open man, hit them, attack, deep penetration, guys coming in Dirk Nowitzki style, late, Rink Mass, Jamarcus, and then those filler guys load up and fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to create those easy opportunities, or if it's a catch, load up, shot fake, everybody jumping, drive, hit guy in the corner who's going to be butt naked, just sitting there waiting for an open. You know, so if you want to create those type of opportunities, it'll be there if it's a get and go mentality.
Do you think that free flowing offense, that's kind of something that Hoiberg tried to bring in, was supposed to get guys that come and want to play in this offense? Does he finally have the personnel to do it? Because they tried that for a few years. Didn't really work. They kind of went more to sets last year or slowing it down.
Well, they had to.
Yeah.
Because
now
they were taking bad shots.
Yeah.
You're right, Bach. They had to. Because the decision-making, this is where you hope the leadership and playing overseas and getting that experience and you know, guys like Tominaga and Mass and then them going over and not having big men.
Yeah.
And then having to kind of facilitate that, put bodies on. So it was like they got a chance to get on the court experience in areas that can only help them to get better. It's just a matter of seeing it, because that free flow offense requires not only good decision making, but it also requires read, react, and respond type of, you know, decisions, whether it be on the attack, whether it be on the curls. You know, I think it can be workable for this team, but I just don't know what the other guys, as far as their mentals and decision-making processes are.
Oh, man, I love talking Husker basketball with you. I love talking Husker basketball at all. It is coming back. It is very close to the season. And you know what? You asked me at the beginning the expectations, and I said I didn't want to get my hopes up and put them down, but it just takes a few minutes of talking Husker basketball, and I think this team can turn it around.
I love the positioning. And I didn't talk to you about this, but the reason I love it is it was a very similar mindset that when we came in 2001 with the Boston Celtics, where every publication, everybody said that we are the bottom of the Eastern Conference because we had a hodgepodge of just gritty, grimy guys. You know, there was, you know, Paul was an emerging star. Twan was young. They went through the debacle ages of Patino, and they were just getting, you know, run roughshod on every year. Those same guys were back. So in the minds of the publication guys, it's the same thing. But then you bring in guys like Eric Williams and me and Vitaly Potapinko and, you know, an edgy Kenny Anderson and, you know, Tony Battie, who was a 6'9", just thin-railed, playing against Shaq and all these type of, like, when you're looking at it on paper, you're like, wait a minute. But when you look at it then, and us coming together as a unified front, I see this team in a very similar manner in that they have a chance to use the fodder of everybody in every arena, in every town, in every college stadium they go into, in every college stadium they go into, to basically close the mouth of the naysayers. Use that fodder. That's what I would do. But we got to cross it over. DP and J looks like they might be in the building. We'll see. On the Block has been rolling. Bach, it's been a pleasure to work with you, man. It's been fun. We'll be right back on the Block, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. That's where you'll find us here, 2 to 4 every day.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
It's a bye weekend for Nebraska football, so roll out the barrel at Beer House this Saturday for Oktoberfest. Doors open at 11 a.m. with a ceremonial keg tapping at noon. Oktoberfest is a family-friendly celebration with live music, games, German foods, and German beers. There's a Stein holding contest at 2 and 6 p.m., other games throughout the day, and all the German sausages and pretzels you can fit in your lederhosen. Tickets are $5 in advance or $10 at the door. Purchase yours ahead of time at LincolnOktoberfest.com. This Saturday at Beer House in the Haymarket. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through October 10th are pre-packaged 3-pound chuck roast for just $17.99. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, stop by the grand opening at the 30th and Yankee Hill location on October 14th and 15th. Spend $100 in-store and receive a free cooler of certified Piedmontese beef. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with an afternoon high of around 72. Tonight we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy with a low around 52. Tomorrow we'll also see a slight chance of showers and storms, otherwise be partly sunny with a high around 78. The meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Dang.
They try to cut you off, my boy.
Yeah, he tried to censor a brother already.
Yeah, man. Jay, welcome. Thanks for the crossover, man. You're looking good. Dapper Dan today.
Yeah, you gotta fake it till you make it sometimes, man.
Clean. You real crispy right now.
Yeah, crispy.
Yeah. Yeah, we was
crispy
talking.
is some burnt bacon.
I like that.
Me too.
I like it that way. I would make it all hash browns too.
Give me all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Southern sweet heat too. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, going out there, holler at them. Anytime, 27 Pine Lake. Yeah, they're gonna see me tomorrow, definitely. But check this out. They're not open today though, so don't go out there today, but tomorrow. Jay, we was talking a little bit about basketball. We got into the pressers. They go there.
Yeah,
Big
Ten media. Minneapolis. The NPLS.
Yeah, doing the big things. I'm hopefully the weather's.
It's still good up there.
Right now.
Yeah, it's still good.
I know they only got that 5 month, that 5-6
the
months.
boats are still in the water. The boats are still in the water.
You can't prince it no more after a certain time.
Nah. Yeah, put them motorcycles and boats up pretty soon.
Yeah. So they had some good discussions. Rick Mass was there, CJ Wilcher. They talked a little bit, and one of the things he talked about is the huge loss of Derek Walker. Everybody understands that Derek was an integral piece to everything that happened with the late run that Nebraska had, the success that they had. But they feel that Rick Mass is obviously not Derek Walker, but he gives them a good piece because he has passing capabilities. Sure. But then he can also stretch because he's shooting at a 35% clip, not a whole volume.
Right.
But that's a pretty good number for a big man that can stretch. That makes you have to make decisions in rotations when you are a defensive team that you're going to be playing against, which is a new element that Nebraska hasn't had. They also talked about their length across the board.
Oh, yeah.
And so what's your initial take, and what, being that we're still in football season, but the approach of basketball season, what's your initial take on thoughts of how Nebraska could do in this upcoming season? I love their scheduling.
Right.
Their scheduling works in their favor.
Yeah, the schedule works in their favor. I think they took a lot of real confidence off of last year, and they've added some depth, right? And you think like Josiah, you think Rick, Rick Mass, and then I think CJ Wilcher started to come on towards the end of the year. I think he started to see some shots fall. I think he's improved his game. When I saw him, man, he looks good. Like physically looks good. So I think every year he's kind of gotten like into the Big Ten body type. And then everybody, embracing their role. And they know is not going to be 1-for-1, whether it's Josiah or Rick to take Derek Walker's spot, but they all have to do different things. So, so just so you got to stretch for in him and passing abilities, maybe not with Derek Walker the same as a point forward like he was, bringing the ball up and try to get downhill, make it happen. But you can get to that point to where he was making those good decisions, but with a different ball handler. And then, you need Josiah to be that energy guy off, and, get the boards, run the court. And then, along with the other guys they got and hit some timely threes, right? Not just on Tamanaga sitting out there and jacking up threes, but allowing him to keep adding spice to his game. So I think the biggest thing that people don't understand is the reason why Keisei was probably more consistent and a better player last year, because he went in the offseason last year and worked on his weaknesses. Found a way to get to the rim off the dribble. Moved more efficiently without the ball. Got better defensively, right?
Yeah.
And became a pretty good passer. And he worked so good without the ball. He got some easy shots, and then he hit down free throws and he hit down threes. And so, if everybody can kind of feed off of that, but then also not depend on it, the team, with their defensive mentality and all buying into that defensive mentality, they'll be, it was Juwan Gary coming back, right? So like you think of the length that he provided, and in with Nebraska last year, he was a huge part, right? Because he could affect the game in a positive way when he scored 4 points or when he scored 16, because he was bringing energy and defense and running the court. When that's gone, you lose 2 players instead of 1. So it took Nebraska a little while to kind of figure out a new rotation. Then you had the emergence of Sam Hoiberg just to come in and, play his role. And now he's defined. He's like, you can keep him in there late game because he knows he's going to be a heady player. And this, Strick, you got to hit free throws.
Oh, yeah.
And he can hit free throws. And then you think with Lawrence, right? And then you get Ramel Lloyd, right? Where Ramel Lloyd brings a whole different dynamic to, I don't know, Strick, what do you say? He's a point guard, kind of combo guard?
Yeah, kind of a nice combo, but runs point, can run show, can post up, can do a lot of different things, yeah.
And he can get downhill, and he's physical with it. Now, if he's added that outside shot, right, or consistent shot, then that opens it up for everything.
That's the thing he knew going into the season.
Right.
That's that progression.
Right.
Everybody needed some form of progression in order to make
but he's a legit 6'6". He's not no fake 6'6". He's quick, got good handles, knows the game because he played high level high school basketball. I remember watching one of their kind of like
hold that pause. Pause.
We pausing it?
We gotta just do a quick station identification. Just 10 seconds.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Not a topical pause, just a station pause.
Like when he dropped a couple dimes to Oleg and it hit Oleg in the face. See, those are next level passes that he's coming right out of high school and is able to do. And then you get a whole season to kind of watch, learn, keep working on your craft, get bigger, stronger, faster. And now he's more motivated because I think when he adds to that rotation, now it gives you flexibility. You got him at, you could have Casey, him, or Lawrence, and that Lawrence or Casey at that one spot. Then you got Gary and him. That's long and athletic and can run and get up and down the court. You control the boards. If you do that by defensive rotations and team rebounding, then you're fine. And then, CJ Wilcher got better at defense too. So I think another year in this kind of defensive minded and then timely offense, I think this team in their depth is a lot bigger. So I think they could take some teams by storm. They got to get off to a good start, hold, serve at home, and then take that game on the road. You got to beat the Northwesterns. You got to beat the Minnesotas. I think they can upset Indiana this year because they lost a lot. I'm thinking of teams that they can go and beat.
Probably Rutgers.
Right, Rutgers and all that. And that's going to be a battle.
Michigan State is going to be
they're going to be,
right. They got guard play.
Right.
They guards are back.
And that's what ate them up last year.
Yes.
So then now can we circumvent that or counter that with length?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Yeah, so I think they can do some things. I'm excited for them. And, as long as they stay healthy, they'll be good.
Gene and Lincoln says, "Hey Stricky, am I worried about somebody who's shooting at 35? Yes, you should. I'm talking about a big man,
a 6'10" guy,
the 6'10" guy that can shoot 35% from three. Yeah,
those guys get paid a lot of money.
That part.
Yeah.
Ask Alex Bertans.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Shit. Let's see here. We got some questions on the text line. Let's throw them out here before we get out of here. Let you guys take over. Unnamed texter 5703 says, I love that you're talking about Nebraska basketball because in the mornings, Jake and Sip hardly ever talk about Nebraska basketball in a positive. Yeah, Sip's Jake's in the back, so
Jake.
He can hear.
Yeah, stop hating, Jake.
What's going on? 6:30 to 7, all they talk about is football.
And the Dolphins.
Yeah, and they garbage. No, I'm just playing. They're doing pretty good. Nebraska fan, I think I answered, Jay and I answered your question. Hey, Strick. Would you say that this team has more height and length than any other team of Hoiberg teams? I think we answered that.
I think that overall, I think, and they got one thing I said I think is this looks like more of a Big Ten team, right? I was amazed, seeing how big physically these Big Ten players are. And I remember when Michigan came in, I mean, they had some dudes. I mean, Robinson was, a 6'5" guard, and he was skinny. You got to think with Verge and those guys, and even, Trey McGowan was kind of, he was thicker because he's older. But then Bryce, they were thin, playing in. But when I remember, I was texting you one time when they played Illinois, they had the lefty. They hit the last second shot against it. I mean, he looked like he just got out of upstate New York prison. He was yoked up, right? So now I think Nebraska, these guys have they look like a Big Ten team with the length, and so that'll help them withstand kind of like the dog days of the season and stay on track, because you need depth and you need size and you need strength.
There was a question that I will try to answer real quick, and then there'll be one more, and I'll just, being that we're coming off of, with the one football question at Jay and get out of his way. The question on the Sutter Heyman text line was unnamed texter 6090, where he says, how many guys in this year's team have eligibility for next season? Question. I'd like to see us get to where we can return talent and rely less and less on the portal. I don't think that's going to be a problem with this team, but we'll take a quick look. Is that possible in today's landscape while being successful at a high level? I'll let you answer that last question. But you got that for me on the first one?
Yeah, Josiah Alec, Jerron Coleman, and Keisei Tamanaga are the only seniors on the team.
So there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
So the process of how well Fred Hoiberg handles the conversations with the young man that maybe not are in the rotation at a high level, how he's mitigating some of these relationships, how he's also holding accountable.
Right.
All of that stuff is going to probably weigh into whether or not guys jump in the transfer portal. But you can pretty much see there's not going to be a lot of transfer portal action as long as he doesn't lose and he can retain a lot of those guys.
Right, and that's good. That's how you kind of can build something. And, one thing I said last year is that I think Fred changed the identity of the team. He went from kind of remember like that, I felt like it was like an AAU thing. Let's just go get a whole bunch of good players and they'd figure it out. Well, in the Big Ten, you can't do that. Last year, that's why you saw them finally get it together, and they looked like a legitimate team. I think he's doubled down on that, which I think is good. And then I think when guys, here's how you can keep guys. One, you got to constantly re-recruit them and talk to them. But these conversations have to be open, authentic, and they have to be honest. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes time for a Strick or a Jay Foreman or Bach to play our role, big, small, or, indifferent, then when we roll up to whatever arena, we have 100% confidence. Because
the expectation.
You get dissension when nobody knows what they're. You see this all the time in Lincoln high school sports, where these coaches will go around and recruit kids, and then you'll have 14 kids on the bench think they need to be starting, or 9 other guys because they keep 14. When you have a role, and you state and you define their roles, guys will be okay with it. When you don't have it and you create chaos, that's when you get dissensions, because now they're not even. They don't know what they're to expect when you show up, right? So if I'm coaching Strick, right, and say I'm the head coach at the Mavs or, Celtics or something, and, Strick say he's pushing Bach for you to starting spot, but I said, listen, Strick, here's where we're at, man. He's a veteran. He's going to lead us off in the season. This is what I need from you. You're going to be the end of the first quarter, end of the half. I want you to be getting to the hoop, to the hoop. Need you to hit free throws, defensive stopper, energy guy. When he pulls up to Atlanta, when he pulls
anything less than that,
right,
or
anything less than that, he gonna come see me.
There's a conversation,
right? But then anything more than that, it's a conversation I got to come see him with,
right?
But when he pulls up to the Target Center, he knows he's got to work Sam Cassell or Latrell Sprewell full court, and then when you get it, end of the shot clock, what I expect, get to the hole. I want you either free throw or driving dishing for a kick three. He knows that. That you know what I'm saying? It's just like when the Warriors were really running through the league. When you had Livingston, and you had Iguodala, and you wonder how they
knew their role,
and you wonder why they was David Lee remember Lee that came there, and he was kind of like their stretch forward.
He came from New York.
The reason why they're doing it is because when they pulled up to every arena, they knew exactly what they're doing. The Chicago Bulls,
this is why they got rid of Poole. Oh,
right,
just want to throw
right, because he wouldn't play his role. right?
just want to throw that out.
And then
Okay.
then he would be shooting threes at the end of the quarters. That's not your job. Dude. Your job is to come off the bench like Vinny Microwave Johnson back to Detroit days, light it up, chill, and then when we need you to step up because Clay's hurt, Steph's hurt, or whatever, then you play that role.
You getting paid $100-something million to just stay in that role. You don't. It's not your time yet, young fella. I would play, man. I would get on there and play Denzel Washington. I'd be the best actor on that joint because if you that's how you getting paid. But guess who figured it out though? Wiggins.
Yeah.
On that team,
Right.
Wiggins figured it out.
He struggled with it at first, and then he figured it out. And then that's where you saw him prosper. You see a lot of guys do that. You've seen it when John Sally would go. You wonder how the Bulls would get all these Detroit Pistons guys or starter guys to go there. Because Phil Jackson, hey, look, man, this is what we need. Dennis Rodman flourished there.
Yeah.
That probably sealed him going into the Hall of Fame being with those Bulls.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. There it is. Buck, final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I just I do like where you guys are going with that conversation, and I hope for the Huskers. I mean, we're a month away, less than a month away from the exhibition
October the
season.
29th.
The one thing that I do expect eventually, and I don't want to throw a negative in there, is there's just so much competition for playing time that you might have a guy leave before season's end, but that's not bad. That's out of competition.
There it is. Well, that'll do it for us. DP and J will follow it up. I know they've got a great show for you. Tune in. Stay tuned for Old School. They will be here next, right here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. We will see you Monday. It won't be back. Maybe. It might be. But we'll see.
Monday.
I said next Wednesday or tomorrow Wednesday.
No, you said Monday.
Did I say Monday?
Yeah, you said Monday.
Oh, God, yeah, I meant Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Dang, he just said, I'm out of here.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-34